from Chicago is Tamara Holder. She is the attorney for Kathleen Savio's nephew. She was in the courthouse during the arraignment this morning. Tamara, talk about the demeanor from your perspective. What did you see Drew doing? You know, he's known for saying kind of crazy stuff and doing some crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, and today was just another day in the life of Drew Peterson. I mean, he does not take this seriously whatsoever. He came in, he was glaring at the Savio family, he was laughing with his attorney Joel Brodsky. He just sat there like this was just, you know, part of what he's been expecting. Not a big deal. I'm just charged with murder.
Our producer in the courtroom said, though, once things got going and the judge was there, that he was, her words, quiet as a mouse. No wisecracks, no joking.
Well, I think he knows better, being a a veteran police officer. He knows how to act in court. So the way that he's going to act in court, I suspect, is going to be a lot different than the way he's been acting in the public. He knows how to play this game, and that's what we've got to be very careful about with Drew Peterson.
Tamara, today, you know, the big story leading into this was were they going to get the bail lowered for him, set at $20 million, which would mean he'd have to post 10% of that, $2 million. What happened with that? He's still behind bars. Did we get a decision?
No, the motion was filed today, but there was no hearing on it. And what's interesting was the state's attorney filed a motion to substitute the judge immediately. And usually that's a defense tactic. I've never seen it before, but the state's attorney, Mr. Glasgow, filed a motion for substitution of judge. The judge then removed himself from the courtroom, and another judge came in. Joel Brodsky said, I want to respond to this motion, so give me an opportunity to do so, and then we will meet on Thursday, actually. They're gonna have a hearing on whether there should be a substitution of judge.
So Peterson sits in jail until Thursday at least. Why do they want a new judge? Why do prosecutors want a new one?
I don't know, but I believe that, or the whispers in the courtroom were that, you know, Drew, being the veteran police officer in this county, knows judges. He's friendly with a lot of people. And so I believe that maybe Mr. Glasgow believes that the judge may favor Drew Peterson. Well,
there was some, just a very, very brief bit of information put out by the prosecutors saying that it may had to do with the fact that, this judge was on a previous case with Peterson, case about when his guns were confiscated during the investigation of the disappearance of his fourth wife, and he wanted the guns back, but they didn't elaborate on that. Tamara, just one last bit of disclosure. Your client, as I said, is a nephew of Kathleen Savio, the third wife, who was killed in this case. Why does the nephew need an attorney? Why does your client need an attorney?
Well, Charlie Doman was very close to Kathleen Savio, but he worked in the bar that Miss Savio and Drew Peterson owned together. So he knew the inner workings of the bar. He knew Drew very well, but Charlie unfortunately has a background. And so Charlie suspected that maybe Joel Brodsky in the future may make him look like a suspect in his aunt's murder. So it was very important that when he was subpoenaed before the grand jury that he had representation.
All right, Tamara Holder, an attorney involved in this case, as we mentioned, representing the nephew of Kathleen Savio. Tamara, thanks.